has the reassuring face of COVID announcements, but to his fan club he's good enough. Today the Whitty Appreciation Society is sending Valentine's Day love to the professor. They have decorated cakes and marshmallows with his face, and there are cards declaring, "I love you more than I love Chris Whitty." They have mugs with what has become his catchphrase, "Next slide, please," and he has been mocked up as Jesus, a Russian doll at a breakfast. So does Chris Whitty really do it for you? Have your say in the comments section. The group, which so admires England's calm but wise chief medical officer, now has nearly 6,000 Facebook members and 564 Instagram followers. The 54-year-old health expert has been seen almost daily on our TV screens since the beginning. He's an unlikely heartthrob, bald, middle-aged, and extremely serious, but he occasionally shows his lovely smile. The popularity of the delightful doctor, whose dad was killed by a terrorist in 1984 in Athens, grew even more when he did the rounds on a respiratory ward of a London hospital over the Christmas weekend. And good news, ladies, or gents, with romance in mind. He is said to be. When a teenager berated Professor Whitty in a TikTok clip, his mum took away his PlayStation as punishment. In footage that was widely shared on the app, the 15-year-old approaches the popular professor as he stands in a London market. As the epidemiologist puts on a face mask, the teenager shoves the camera in his face, and when the video went viral it prompted strong criticism, including from Matt Vickers, Conservative MP for Stockton South, who described the teen's actions against admired Professor Whitty. And the mum of the TikTok video creator urged him to record an apology video to Professor Whitty. His mother told Mail Online, "I was horrified when I saw how rude my son was to Mr. Whitty. That is not how I have brought him up, and not the behavior that I expect. I have taken away his PlayStation, which is the thing he loves the most." But the teenager, who lives with his parents and little brother in a council flat, has not been grounded by his mum because he is already. In the video, Whitty stands calmly looking past the teenager, who goads and accuses him of lying about the COVID-19. He adds, "Stop lying to the TV, man." At one point the jeering boy points the camera at his face before calling Professor Whitty a liar. When asked about the incident at a Downing Street press conference, Professor Whitty did not appear. The odd young lad showing off occasionally happens, he said. "I didn't think anything of it, frankly. I was very surprised that it was picked up by the media as anything of any importance." Of the youngster behind the clip, Professor Whitty said, "I'm sure he'll become a model citizen in due course, hopefully more like Captain Tom, who's the kind of person who I think exemplifies the spirit of the." Asked if he was concerned there were still people who refused to accept the reality of the COVID-19 pandemic, Professor Whitty added, "There will always be a noisy group of people who will disagree with virtually anything." Actually, Terry's little evidence of a large background swell of opinion. The great majority of people fully understand